have all heard it before. Your network is your net worth. But what if I told you that the true power of networking isn't just measured by how many names are on your contact list or by how professional one's title sounds? Good afternoon, everyone. My name is Shruti Sanil, and I'm honored to be standing before you today to discuss a remarkable force in the world of business, and that is the power of networking. Now, when I mention networking, I can almost hear a collective groan from all the introverts and all the youngsters in business, and trust me, I understand. True story. Just last year, I was on the lookout for a summer internship at any local business. But unfortunately for me, just the thought of that felt really daunting. I was worried about approaching someone new, and I feared that I had nothing to offer in a conversation. But getting past these very doubts of mine was like taking the first step towards building professional relationships. And for me, all of that started with a coffee cup. Let me explain. Every Sunday morning, my dad and I would visit our local coffee shop, and there, I would always notice this one woman practically buried in business work and conference calls. And to me, it was quite obvious that she was a businesswoman. So one day, I happened to muster up all the courage inside of me to simply introduce myself to her, not really knowing what to expect in return as, a mere high schooler. But to my surprise, over the next few hours, our small talk conversation grew into a wonderful mentorship. And near the end, she handed me a coffee cup alongside an internship. Now that was the moment that I witnessed networking in its true form. Now, when I looked at this coffee cup of mine, I didn't just see a free souvenir. I saw an opportunity, and let me assure you, I grabbed it. Now, putting all this aside just for a moment, let's think about this. Really, what is the power of networking? Is it about the short interaction of exchanging business cards? Or is it about the quick scrolls we all take daily on social media? Well, no and no. So now you might be wondering, then why do these relationships even matter? Why networking, right? Well, let me put it this way. Networking is a powerful, human-centered skill that, with the right connection at the right time, can transform our careers forever. Firstly, whether you're looking for a job or simply seeking mentorship, having a strong network is like playing your cards right in the business world. It could be that one person you meet at a coffee shop, or maybe even at today's grand event, that has the potential to introduce you to someone else, ultimately unlocking a whole world of brand new business pathways. Secondly, networking is all about fostering learning and continuous growth. I once read an article from the Terry College of Business that said that continuously surrounding yourself with a diverse group of professionals can help you step outside your comfort zone. And then you'll see that suddenly that challenging problem that seemed practically impossible to solve doesn't seem so scary anymore. And finally, networking builds confidence. Over time, you can learn how to effectively showcase your own skills. And this becomes a valuable asset in all kinds of settings, whether that be casual conversations, interviews, or maybe even presentations. We can build a personal brand for ourselves with just a little bit of intention. Because networking, well, it's a long-term investment for success. And speaking of success, well, that rarely happens in isolation, am I right? The more you invest in your own network of people, the more you'll find that people are willing to invest in you. networking isn't a one-time event. In actuality, it's a lifelong habit. So this means that every hello, every shared coffee, every kind gesture is a seed. And over time, these very seeds grow into opportunities, collaborations, friendships that have the potential to transform our careers in ways we can't even begin to imagine. So, all it takes to start your networking journey is that one moment, that one conversation, or maybe even that one coffee cup. Thank you.